Coming up, I'll be talking about how Disney Plus and the Disney television studios are working together, the Jungle Cruise trailer, and also a brand new Baby Yoda plush. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On DisneyPlus.com. So it's Wednesday, it's time to jump into some of the big news from Disney Plus. So let's first off start off with a really good, nice, fun one. So we got the brand new trailer for the Jungle Cruise, which is going to be coming to cinemas in the US on July the 24th. Stars The Rock, it also stars Emily Blunt, and it's based on the classic Disney attraction. I thought the trailer looked fantastic, very much kind of in that feeling of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's going to be big, it's going to be bold. I can't wait to see this one. Something original, something that we've not seen before really from Disney. I know it's based on an attraction, but generally it's just nice to see them do something completely different than we've seen already. And anyway, anything with The Rock in it is fine with me. Also, we've got a brand new plush doll of the child, or Baby Yoda, depending on how you want to call it. I don't know why they called it the child. It's probably one of the worst names they could have given to a figure. Hopefully we'll get a proper name for it in the second season, which has just wrapped, by the way. So Scentsy is selling a brand new plush doll. You can put your pre-orders in from today. It's priced at $45. It also comes with some kind of scent pack as well. You'll find all the information over at Scentsy.com. So this one popped up and I thought, oh, instantly, people are going to like this one. It's not going to be out till June, but if you do put down a pre-order, you have to put down a £5 non-refundable deposit, and then they will take that off the total. But nevertheless, the big news really is that there's been a lot of movement around with Disney Plus in terms of the Disney Television Studios department. There was a number of different articles that went up on Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, and Variety, all kind of giving off the same kind of information about things that were happening, which weren't happening, and also some of the problems that's been going on with Disney Plus. Now, it's kind of interesting the fact that they all kind of did this story pretty much on the same day. It just seemed very odd. They've obviously been talking to the same person. I'm wondering if this is all kind of interconnected with what was going on with that press event that was taking place last week, and hopefully will be taking place at some point this week. Still haven't heard about that one yet, when it's going to be taking place. So, first off, the big thing really with this one is there has been a problem with the Disney Television Studio and the fact that they have not been dealing with Disney Plus in the same way as the other brands, like Lucasfilm and also Marvel, where they kind of go to Disney Plus with the full package and go, this is what we want to make, and then Disney Plus will go, okay, here you go, here's your check, it fits in with Disney Plus, fine. There's been this interlocking thing of too much, I would say too many cooks kind of trying to make this show, and what's happened is we've had a number of big profile shows either been cancelled. So there was Villains, a book that I talked about months ago. That one got cancelled, and that one had cost millions to kind of produce, and they never really got anywhere with it in terms of the script. We also had the Muppets show with Josh Gad, and that one got cancelled, but now they're working on a Beauty and the Beast prequel series. And then there's also even a Tron series that was in development, but didn't get too far before it was greenlit because they felt it was too expensive and they got rid of it. The other issue that was going on was they were creating TV series, for example, like High Fidelity, Love Victor, and maybe even possibly Lizzie McGuire, where they kind of greenlit them, got them all going, and all the rest of it. And then they kind of turned out that they weren't really Disney Plus original material. They were too mature, and therefore they've moved both High Fidelity and also Love Victor over to Hulu. And I know Hilary Duff also would like to see Lizzie McGuire move over to Hulu to be a little bit more mature. This is because there was a different way that they were dealing with it, and now they've kind of streamlined the deal, making everything a little bit more, so this will not happen again, hopefully. The idea now is that Disney's television studios, which includes the Disney Channel, 21st Century Fox, ABC Studios, all these kind of different ones that will work within it, they will now kind of come up with a package, come up with a program, and then they will go then to Disney Plus and say, here's the scripts, here's what it is, here's a total package. Would you like it for Disney Plus? If so, yeah, you have to pay us for it, and we will go off and make it. There's still going to be interconnection between the two, but a little bit more along the lines of they get to decide what they think is good to go to Disney Plus, rather than kind of the other way around and kind of cooking it up together. And so the idea for this is that that's going to bring sort of better TV shows. Apparently the Mighty Ducks series and also Big Shot, they're all being done in that way. where they've kind of gone to them with this idea rather than kind of messing up. Now, the big thing is really going on from this is hopefully it should mean we get better TV shows on Disney Plus, because there's not going to be all this messing about in terms of too much stuff going on in the back rooms before they get made and then things changing. The big problem, I think, with both High Fidelity and Love Victor, and possibly even Lizzie McGuire, was they were kind of changing stuff as they were going along, and they didn't really agree on what it was before they kind of went into it, and therefore it didn't fit with Disney Plus. And the other problem as well is the idea of what happened when those shows got originally put together by 21st Century. They were still under that old Fox branding, and so the merger hadn't fully completed, and it was all just a bit messy. And so the whole idea now is it's so much more streamlined, so this doesn't happen. The other big thing as well is there's been a lot of talk about how Disney Plus originals, what kind of branding do they have, what are they trying to do, because it's like conflicting information of what they want to do. For example, High Fidelity was set in a bar and there was lots of drinking and other bits and pieces, and they felt that that wasn't appropriate. And also with Love Victor, apparently a lot of the problems were down to there was a lot of underage drinking in that series, and they didn't feel that it fitted in with the family-friendly side of things, which I think kind of slides into it. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of talk about the sort of the gay side of that TV series, which I'm not entirely sure if that kind of fits right, because if you've been watching, for example, Diary of a Future President or the High School Musical series, they are actually dealing with those things, but maybe just at a slightly sort of lower tone for PG. So we don't quite know what was going on there. We're going to have to wait till June till we see Love Victor on Hulu. But it's all this kind of weird thing, really. Originally, Disney Plus originals were supposed to be kind of on the dark, edgy side of PG-13, whereas they then started sliding more towards PG, while Hulu was kind of getting everything kind of that was more mature. Now, hopefully they're going to find this out and kind of get the thing right down of what they want from Disney Plus, because obviously at the minute they aren't getting a lot of adult viewers to stick around, because after The Mandalorian left, there's not really much more happening until Marvel's Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is going to be dropping in August. Now, if you think about it in terms of High Fidelity, had that dropped in, say for example, January or February, then that would be running right through the spring, and then when Love Victor hit in June, that would then probably lead us right through to Marvel's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So those two big shows being yanked out of the Disney Plus lineup meant there was nothing to go in those places, and that unfortunately is why I think we've not really got anything drama-wise in there right now. Hopefully that will change, but I think those two series would have been kind of a key thing to kind of keep adults entertained, but they've kind of gone over to Hulu. It's been a real mess, I think, in terms of where they thought that the Disney Plus branding was going. I think they've kind of gone a little bit lower than a lot of people were expecting, including the creators and the subscribers. I think they need to kind of come back up a little bit, but also they are aware that they need to keep the family-friendly vibe going. We've been having a lot of discussions in our Facebook group about the family-friendly sort of branding. There's a lot of parents that seem to love the idea that they can put their kids in front of Disney Plus and watch it with no issues at all. They never have to worry about it. They've kind of been like, oh, I don't like that, you turn that off. And there's a lot of other people going, yeah, we wanted something a bit more than just like the Disney Channel. I kind of fall in that line as well of like PG-13, everything in that range I think is fully family-friendly, because families vary. You know, if you've got a lot of teenagers, if you've got sort of slightly older children, there's maybe not as much on there. And they've kind of got to get that thing line. I think they're just going to try and get this whole thing going. Disney is in this unique position where they are trying to do two streaming services, Hulu and Disney Plus, and trying to get that balance right. Where obviously HBO, Netflix, Amazon Prime, they just chuck everything on there, so they don't have to worry about this whole thing. I do think that is the issue for Disney, of trying to get that right. But we're going to have to see how it goes. And we are getting some growing pains. But hopefully this kind of deal where they've kind of given Disney television studios a little bit more sort of, they're in charge of those shows, and then they go to Disney Plus, a bit like everybody else is doing in terms of like National Geographic, etc. But nevertheless, let me know in the comments below what you think of going on with all of these kind of changes. I'd love to hear your thoughts, especially what you thought of the Jungle Cruise trailer. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. See you guys in another video. Laters.